Well, guys, I'm not sure how long this is going to show up, but I figured I'd do an on my mind since the episode in September. We heard a lot at the end about would there be content? Would someone have something to say? And so I thought about it, and this is the first time I've actually done one of these segments. So we're all going to be in the same boat together. And the thing I wanted to talk about on my mind today is it's the middle of September, and I'm a big Nintendo fan. And there was a Nintendo Direct talking about the future of Nintendo for the coming year and early next year, and even for the future. And one of the things I actually did enjoy, I'll say I enjoyed, was the Splatoon 2 update 4.0. And I have to say it was the most anime thing I've ever seen Nintendo ever do. We will try to put a link in there of this trailer, but it looks like an anime opening. Even at the end, they have a sponsors thing going on. It just is something else. And I don't think anyone, I watched it with a group of people, we never expected we would see the day when Nintendo went completely anime, but we do know the core audience is very much Japan on Splatoon 2. And that was a great part. There were other great parts of the Direct. But now the big part of the Direct, and this is about the future of Nintendo. And it's the thing that really kind of still leaves misgivings with a lot of us. And it's especially relevant to us that play Splatoon 2 because we have to have it, and that's Nintendo Online. Now, Nintendo has been the only one of the console makers that has had free online. You haven't had to pay anything. You had to pay for Microsoft, of course. They were the first ones to get it going with Xbox Live. The next ones to start was Sony. They went with PSN. And basically, you started out, you got the free games for PS3. They started with that. And then once PS4 got around, you had to have it or you didn't get your online. Now, both of them, of course, they have servers for their games. Nintendo, it's peer-to-peer. When I'm playing Splatoon 2, it's peer-to-peer between the systems and stuff like that. That just does not sit right, that we're paying for this online and that's a part of it. And the online can be iffy at times. We see DCs all the time in Splatoon 2. It's very prevalent in that for some people. And we see the lag in that because it depends. Not everyone is playing on a wired connection. They're playing on Wi-Fi and they could be playing in McDonald's for all I know, which isn't the exact optimal environment for this type of online action game. But Nintendo Online is coming up. They said it's coming up end of September, so it's next week, which is September 18th. They're launching it for the Switch. If you don't have it, you're on elect, no online. For basically most of the games. The free-to-play games like Fortnite and that, you guys will still be able to go online. That's great for them. But for some of us who want to play something else, especially Nintendo First Party Online, we have to go that. So it's $20 in the US. For us in Canada, it's going to be $25, and that's for the yearly subscription. They do have monthly and free monthly subscription options, plus a family plan. But a lot of people, I think, are going to go for the $25 single option for a year. And for that, of course, you get to play your online games on Nintendo systems on the Switch. And that's for games like Splatoon 2, Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, and so on and so forth. But we're still it doesn't seem they're setting up servers. We're still doing peer-to-peer. So that's one thing that kind of irritates me. It's like the other guys, at least you're paying for a server. At least we know we're going to have some stability. The other thing, elephant in the room, is how Nintendo does voice chat. We've taken the step back. We have to do voice chat through the Nintendo app, the app on our phone to do voice chat. And we have tried it for people in Splatoon. It doesn't work. They even have the crazy headset they do that you could connect it between your phone and then a splitter to go to your Switch in portable mode. And it's Frankenstein. It's like a group of us did it. We actually do our voice chat on Discord. That's how we play Splatoon. And most people do it that way for the Nintendo system. Works fantastic. And we can do that via our PC or via the phone apps, whatever. But the voice quality is 100 times better than what we could get on the Splatoon 2 app. Sorry, not the Splatoon 2 app, but the Nintendo Online app. The Splatoon 2 app is within the Nintendo Online app. And that's the only part of that app I go to get data and stuff like that on my matches and that. The VC component is just not there. And that's another thing that you're paying for. Now, the other thing we're paying for that I'm okay with, but I'm sure a lot of people are complaining about is Virtual Console. People were saying, well, where's Virtual Console? Well, now they're doing what the masses want, a Netflix style Virtual Console, but they're only doing NES games. That's what they're saying. They're launching with 20 when the service starts. And some of them are nice, but they're retreads of ones we've already seen. Mario 3. The only one I'm thinking a few of us were excited about was River City Ransom. And the reason why we're excited is we're able to basically play it online with our friends. That's kind of a nice addition they never had before. And so that'll be nice. We're seeing a few games that they're announcing that is coming in the coming months, like Twinbee and other things. But it doesn't seem, they seem to still be doing the drip feed, which probably isn't going to impress people, especially if they stick to the NES. But then there is the big elephant in the room. The thing that really ticked us off and we found off more about was the cloud saves. Cloud saves is tied to your $25 yearly subscription. And that's true for the other ones. But there's another thing. To back up your saves on a Nintendo system, you have to buy into the cloud saves. You don't have an option of doing it offline, like, for example, with the PS4 with a flash drive and stuff like that, or other options on Microsoft's Xbox universe. You have to basically buy into the subscription to get your cloud saves. And the funny thing about that, too, is we found out recently, and it's just crazy to think about, is for the cloud saves, if your subscription lapses, your saves are gone. They're not going to save them for you. The other players, they will save them for you. And then if you resubscribe, they'll still be there for you. But say you forget to stay subscribed to Nintendo Online, your cloud saves are gone. Now, the funny wrinkle about that was you can do your NES Online games and save them to your system. And it's like, well, that means nothing. It's like, if we're backing up our things, we should have them backed up for a bit more than that, which feels idiotic. The other thing about the cloud save feature that just, thinking about it is, it's just backwards compared to everyone else, like as I've talked about. And I'm thinking about the one thing, and now it's escaped my mind, about the cloud save feature. It's like, but that's the biggest one people have had a pet peeve about. Oh, I remember now. It's the fact is, if you don't have Nintendo Online and all that stuff, all your saves are basically attached to your system. They're stored in your system save data. You can't put your saves to the SD card, which is a problem. So that would have been an offline option, but you can't have that. So basically you have to hope if your system goes in for repair, you better pray they have that stuff and they save it for you and put it back on. I'm sure they do, but it's still a problem. And the other thing about the save data is it doesn't feel as secure as the other players. And they've done it before and it's been in place for years. So it's crazy that they're saying, okay, we're finally going into this new online world and you're going to pay for it. But it feels so underwhelming. And it's crazy because $20 American, $25 American, that's way less per year for a single person than Xbox Live and PSN, which is $60 a year for both. Yes, it's very much a lower price ask, but it just feels so underwhelming compared to what the other guys are giving you. You're getting your Netflix NES games. Maybe it'll go to SNES and the others, but they're going to drip feed it. We have the save data that is still tied to your system. So you better hope it's not stolen, or you better hope it's not broken, that comes back in one piece to you, because everything is to your system. It's tied to your system and you have to pay for that backup. But here's the kicker now that I think about it. Not all the games have the cloud save feature. Not all of them do. Like Splatoon 2, for me, they said not compatible. Why is it not compatible? Nintendo just said it. They said, well, people could cheat. They could scum the system for their levels, for their snails, for their clothing, like their chunks. And it's an anti-cheat thing. And it's like, well, they already did it in the Wii U, and people who are hacking have already cracked open the system and found ways around it. So it just feels silly. And if they had servers, they would have a better check on it, but they're peer-to-peer. Like, as I say, it feels so silly. There are other games, of course, that have this thing, not just Splatoon 2, where it's not going to be featured cloud safe. Supposedly, even Dark Souls, the new remastered one for Switch, won't have cloud save, even though on Xbox One and PS4, it does have cloud save. Does that not sound ridiculous? Like, it just feels crazy in my mind. Now, I've been spouting on, I've been talking, and I've been like not really happy. But the crazy thing is this. I am a Nintendo fan. I'm a lifer. I've enjoyed their games and other games on the system from indie community that fit the mold of the Nintendo mold, the platformers and stuff like that. And so, yes, I'm going to spend the $25 to get online each year. And that's because I still love Splatoon 2. I still want to have fun. I still want to play with my friends. I'm probably going to enjoy some of those NES games online with a few people. I'm not going to play them a lot, but I'm still also ticked off about the cloud save. I'm still going to use the feature, but Nintendo can do better. They definitely can do better. We got to let them know they need to do better, especially in Kyoto. We've seen their hiring forms that they've been hiring at Nintendo of America, NOA, to help their online infrastructure and different online related jobs. And I'm sure some of them know these are problems. I'm sure they've tried to talk to the people in Kyoto. And I know Nintendo is a Kyoto business. They're a very conservative business, even by Japanese standards. But they have to realize they're in the global environment. And guess what? Even Sony, a Japanese company, a global company, has gotten these things right. So is Microsoft. There is a template. They don't have to follow the template, but they still need to know there are certain expectations by the audience that doesn't just play Nintendo games. They play other platforms, and these things are known to work. They're just the baseline, and they haven't even hit that, which is crazy. Now, hopefully the future is brighter. I don't know, but we're going to have to live through this like we have before. We survived friend codes, and I thought I could say that we can continue to do that because, ironically, yes, Nintendo still has friend codes for their app games and for my Nintendo Switch Online app to give people friend codes. I can't believe I can say that in 2018, but I'm still saying that. But we'll survive. We always have. I still love Nintendo. I still love the games. I enjoyed the Direct. I still enjoy Splatoon 2, but it's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing with their Nintendo Online. We have talked about it for years and years, but hopefully we can continue to talk to them, and maybe one day they'll be even close, just an inch close to maybe Sony or Microsoft in terms of a competent, modern online system. So that, my friends, is my space to rant. But in this case, thoughts on my mind. So thank you for the listen, guys. And I hope you listen to the future episodes of the normal Anime Roundtable. Have a good day or evening or wherever you are.